love it when I turn up the bass. They love it when I turn up the bass.
Yes, family, what's going on, guys? What's the word? Let's get it, y'all. We are back, and we are live for another trading session, man, with your boy, Abel. Super excited to be here with every single one of you guys today, as it's another opportunity for us to get better and improve. But chat, man, we back, man. We live, and boy, did the news just come out. Boy, did we just have some data come out. Gold is flying, Nasdaq flying, S&P flying, US 30 flying. The dollar's falling. Yeah, we had some interesting data come out, family. We did have PPI news get released. Continuous jobless claims and initial jobless claims also get released. And just like yesterday's report, CPI, PPI also ended up seeing contractions across the board, right? So not only did we get a very disinflationary report yesterday from CPI showing that inflation is falling, we also got a similar report today for PPI showing that also inflation is falling. Okay, so looking at the month-over-month numbers, core month-over-month for PPI was at 0.5%. They were expecting 0.3. We came out at 0, completely flat. Then we have headline PPI was at 0.5%. They were expecting 0.1, and we came out negative 0.2%. So the cost of running businesses, right? The cost of goods and services to run businesses, which is what PPI measures, has also collapsed and has also started to drop. This is very, very bullish news for the markets, and also gives a good reason why the dollar is falling, and also why gold is pushing up. The Nasdaq, the S&P, and US 30 are all pushing up. Foreign currencies like the euro is also spiking. The pound, the Aussie, so on and so forth should all be spiking as well. Right? Very interesting report here that we got in today. Pretty much backs what happened with CPI yesterday. Now let's look at the initial jobless claims and continuous jobless claims, right? So initial jobless claims, we were at 229. They were expecting 225. We actually came out a lot higher, right? So we actually had an increase in the number of people that filed for unemployment for the first time as well. Again, disinflationary news. Continuous jobless claims at 1790. They were expecting 18. Came out at 1820. So again, disinflationary, right? More people continue to file for unemployment as they expected. So everything that we've gotten today, everything that we've seen so far, guys, is very disinflationary. So I would assume that we probably do lean towards that for today, continuations, right? Now, yesterday, if you guys were on yesterday's call, say what's up in the chat. I appreciate all y'all that were with me yesterday. We had a hell of a time yesterday. Yesterday, we ended up getting a setup after news, right? We had CPI yesterday. Absolutely spiked gold up like crazy, all the way from 2330s all the way up to 2360s. That's a pretty big move, almost 300 pips to the upside, right? But we couldn't take advantage of this because we didn't trade the actual release. But what we did do was be patient. We were being patient. We waited for the market to correct back down, right, which we expected it to do. And then we ended up taking a buy literally right here on this whole candlestick, 2 candlestick pattern right there, that engulfing. Right, we were in profit a little bit, out of profit a little bit, but then eventually this market really started to run for us. In fact, at one point we were floating around 130 pips or so. So this ended up turning into a very, very good trade, W position. Took a little bit of patience, but obviously, you know, this thing ended up really moving nicely. It didn't really go towards where I wanted it to, right? My initial TP was a lot higher from where price was at. I actually wanted to see us go all the way back up to these highs, to be honest with y'all, because I am longer term bullish gold, right? So I want to see price get up here. That's what I wanted to see yesterday. Price didn't do that, right? We had a nice spike up, a little bit of a correction, another retest of the highs, then it just fell over. But now with today's data, can today's data be the catalyst that actually sends us back up to 2400s, which is what I've been low key at this point looking for? Possibly. Let me see where we at. 2400 is kind of tough, actually. That's kind of high. Yeah, I mean, either way, I still kind of like it. I still do think we could see momentum continue to increase to the upside. I think the strength of gold, just like the strength of the Nasdaq, the S&P, and US 30, in my opinion, will truly show itself by the end of today. Right? We have 11 hours to go before the end of the daily candle closure, so we could see a lot of nonsense until then. But other than that, I'm favoring bullishness here on gold. So if we can get something like that to show itself, family, then that's what I will be looking for going into today. Now, obviously, we just had news come out and spike up very aggressively. So in order for me to get involved here, we're going to have to either wait for another pullback and then try to get in on the pullback, or we let the market continue to run. You know, I do have this key level at 2337 that we could possibly turn into some type of a support. You know, and then from there we might be able to look for some continuations as well, right? But either way, I do kind of like the upside for gold, so I'm going to be favoring bullishness. For right now, I'm going to be favoring bullishness for the Nasdaq, the S&P, US 30 as well. I'm going to be favoring bullishness for foreign currencies for now. Things can change, guys. Okay, I always have my initial bias based off the data, right? Based off the fundamentals, based off the sentiment. I also have my analysis based off technicals as well, right? But I analyze the 5-minute time frame heavily, and based off 5-minute price action, what I want to see based off the bigger picture might not be the most probable play, right? So I might have a bigger analysis. Like for example, I really am leaning towards continuations here on gold to the upside. That's what I'm leaning towards. But if price action in the markets drop and it's showing that nope, the sells are probably going to be what's in more control for now, I'm going to take that, right? So I have my bigger picture analysis, my overall objective, but I also let the markets tell me what it wants to do. I let price action tell me which direction I should jump into, and not solely rely on my bigger time frame analysis, my fundamental, my sentimental approach. Because I'd be a little early at times, right? When you're trying to trade based off the data, right? Based off the fact of the news coming out the way it did, there's going to be times where you're going to be a little early. There's going to be times where you're going to be right there, right on the ball, right? Where, you know, news comes out. It's in trading exactly how you expected and you're able to get an entry and ride it out. But then there's going to be a lot of times too where the news comes out a certain way, we understand it and we interpret it, but the markets don't play it right away. Right? Like right now, these markets are leaning towards bullish gold, bullish everything. But there could be a chance that we do just come all the way back down, completely erase the news candle before we actually get that bigger move. We don't know what's going to happen today, right? We're not psychic. But that does occur often, right? So again, I'm going to let the market price action on the smaller time frames tell me what the hell makes the most sense to do. Okay? That's how we're going to play this today. And we're going to see what we can get. But once again, family, shout out to you guys today, man. Appreciate y'all for being here with your boy. Go ahead and smash that like button one time. If you guys haven't liked the stream just yet, smash it for your boy one time for the one time. And hopefully today we can have a phenomenal session. All right, we're going to see what we get. Again, I have my analysis, I have my bias, but I'm also open to taking whatever. Similar to what we were looking at yesterday for gold. Yesterday for gold literally did exactly what I wanted it to. While we were looking for the continuation to the upside for gold, we ended up getting that because of news. We ended up sweeping this 2357 level, which is exactly also what I wanted to see to then look for the sells. Did exactly just that. So the market really been it's really been obeying us the past week or so. So it's pretty lit. But now we got to just see what we can get moving forward, right? So I want to see more continuations to the upside personally. We're gonna have to let the market sit up. All right, but let me see what we got in the building today. We got Tyson in the building. What's the word? Free Zone in the house. What's up? Is it Ribbon Crunch TV or Refresher TV? You know what's crazy, bro? I think this is the first time in a while I don't even got any of them. This is just straight pure emotion. I don't know why I was gonna say emotion. This is just straight Abel, not on the wake up because I've been awake for the past couple hours, but this is Abel. No additives, no caffeine, no refresher. This is just me off of fresh air, all right, fresh oxygen. But yeah, shout out to Free Zone though, man. We got Jugman in the building. What's going on, Jugman? Appreciate you, my brother. Bears Dixie. I mean, that's what I'm liking for now. Let's see. We got Kevin O in the building, JJ in the house, Mike Lang in the building. What's going on, Rubina? How are you doing, Miss Rubina? We got Karim in the building as well. Appreciate y'all for being here today. Seems like gold goes up whether it's inflationary or disinflationary. Yeah, the thing about gold, right? Gold obviously holds a lot more weight than just other assets because of its status as not just a safe haven for safe, but it's like the safe haven, right? You know, we can consider the dollar as the king daddy safe haven at times when it's warranted. But gold also holds a lot of weight because it's also more impacted, not just based off inflation, which is what we've been trying to dictate what gold is going to do based off inflation's reports, right? But gold is also impacting or is influenced by a lot of other things, not just inflation, right? You know, obviously all this tension in the whole country, in the world, that plays a major role no matter what inflation is doing. Gold is going to benefit when there's times of war, right? So it's like things like that where gold does have a little bit more of a title that it has to uphold as well. And it's also influenced and affected by a lot more than just inflation. But that definitely is a good point for sure. Let's see, Abel, can you check your NQ price compared to micro NQ? So the NQ and the micro NQ should be very, very similar. It shouldn't be too different, but let me just check. We got micro NQ 19,630. We got regular NQ 19,000. Damn, they are kind of off. What the hell? Let me make sure. Are these both trade of 8? Hold on. They are kind of different. Yeah, NQ at 19,890s and micro NQ at 19,630s. That is pretty crazy. I ain't even noticed that they're that far apart because typically they should be the same. Let's see. But that is interesting though. I ain't even noticed that, Diego. But either way though, fam, when you guys are trading, you know, indices, you know, especially on the future side, when you're picking, or it don't even matter if it's futures or not, right? When you're trading anything, especially when we know that there's different price points across different liquidity feeds and liquidity pools, it's always best just to look at structure points that we're talking about for sure. But even US 30, right? Look at US 30. You know, with this big old gap, it seems like why is this showing this massive gap here on US 30 when the market closed and opened back up? right? So that is drastic. At least the price points aren't too different from micro US 30 and regular US 30. It's about a 4 point difference. But NQ got a massive spread between it. We're talking about like 200-point spread, 300-point spread between micro NQ and regular NQ, which is crazy. What's the S&P looking like? S&P is very, I mean, S&P is damn near the same. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. But let's see. What's going on, y'all? Daquan in the building. Tony in the house. What's the word, Tony? Appreciate you, my brother. We got Austin in the building. What's the word, Austin? Appreciate you, bro. High on life. Listen, I got no choice right now. You know what it is? We always were able to get our Starbucks every morning, me and wifey, because when we bring my daughter to school, there's literally a Starbucks right on the corner. So it's always so easy for us to drop her off, swing right to Starbucks, grab that, and then head home. But now that the kids are officially out of school, now we're gonna have to be forced to go out and get the damn coffee. Like now we don't have an actual reason to get up off the bed right away because there ain't no more school for kids. So now we actually got to get up and get the coffee. I'm pretty sure wifey gonna go in a few minutes to get it, but yeah. So I'm high off life right now. High off mother junkin' life. High off life. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Been paper testing out a little bit of a different entry method of SMC. Pretty good results so far this last week. Would have called the dip at 650, targeting the 323 high. About a 1 to 6 R to R. That's crazy. Anytime you're able to get a trade that can run 6 times, 6R, like that's impressive. That's amazing, and hopefully we can continue that. Absolutely. Let's see. Chief, FOMC messed everything up. FOMC could have played a part, but it looks like these gaps that we're seeing on some of these all didn't come until way after. Give me 1 second. What are you doing, baby? Yeah, all these gaps came like right at the close. Yeah, these gaps all happened like at the close for some reason. It wasn't even because of NFP, or not NFP, but interesting. All right, so let's see what the markets are doing, family. So we had the initial spike up. Everything came back down. Look at the S&P came back down. NASDAQ came back down. US 30 came back down. Gold didn't really come back down. But these indices definitely came back down to probably retest the openings of these previous candles. Again, I'm favoring upside for these, right? So, if we get an opportunity to get in even before the open, even though I typically wait for indices to open before I take a trade, hey, don't push me. Don't test me, buddy. I'll check it. All right, let's see which rises, brothers. Check them texts later. I got you, Nick. I got you, Nick. Honestly, I feel bad for a lot of people yesterday. It wasn't that I was intentionally ignoring people, but I had a lot on my plate yesterday. That's why I couldn't even go live with y'all, man. I couldn't even go live with you guys for FOMC, the interest rate decision yesterday, because it just, boy, turned into a super unnecessary busy day yesterday. So for anybody that might have reached out to me yesterday, I got y'all today. Don't worry, I'm gonna get y'all right. All right, let's see what else we got here though. Freedom 101 in the building. What's going on? Good morning to you. Appreciate you for being here, family. Family, let's get those likes up, man. 49 people on the call, 12 likes. Somebody not liking the stream. Please go ahead and smash that like button one time for your boy. Definitely helps out tremendously. I know it's probably annoying to hear it, but hey, man. Hey, man. You like that? All right, so again, I want to see more upside here. NASDAQ. I truly think the NASDAQ does eventually rebound off of this, but we got to see what this NASDAQ, what the plan is here. Like, what is your plan here, NASDAQ? It's crazy that we did have this gap, though. We did have a pretty massive gap that happened here on the 5 o'clock rollover for these indices. I wonder, are they going to try to target these gaps real quick before they start pushing bullish? Are they going to try to target the gaps before they try to go bullish? Because that's actually a pretty big move. Oh, see, on a 5 minute, it's not showing it. Okay, so the micros don't really show. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, these are some pretty big gaps. I wonder where these... Does anybody know, family, where these gaps came from? And why they occurred? I mean, obviously, we know why gaps occur. A lot of buying or selling pressure during a closed market. But this market at 5 p.m., when the market closes at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day, right, which is the start of a new trading day here in these markets, they literally open and close, or they close and then open back up within seconds, within microseconds. Like literally, it's like simultaneously, right? One, like the market closes and immediately opens right back up, and that's the start of a new trading day. So my thing is, if we've had within that split second, we've had that much buying pressure to cause us to open up as a gap, literally not even a second later. That's kind of crazy. Now, to be fair, now that I look at indices, right, because it is indices, indices does have about an hour gap or so from when it typically opens, right? Traditional forex currency pairs, the market closes and opens immediately. But with indices and commodities, things like gold, they close at 5 o'clock and then they open back up at 6 o'clock. So with indices, there is that 1 hour window where the markets are just closed from 5 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern. So I wonder what type of buying pressure, what type of buys were placed that can cause the market to gap up like that. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty drastic. Now I wonder if it's just, let me see. See, it didn't happen for Forex pricing though. See, if you go to the Forex charts, like the SPX 500 chart, NAS 100 USD chart, US 30 USD charts, they don't have that gap. Like at all. So it might be just based off futures price, and it could be just the exchange, the CME exchange that we trade on. That could have had like a little delay or a little lag or something. Either way, it is what it is. All right, let's see what else we got here, though. We got Lambo money in the building. That gap was from the Fed speech on Saturday. Are you sure about that? This gap was literally yesterday at 5 p.m. Eastern, not Saturday. That's what I'm saying. Like, it literally happened at the close and then opened up much higher, but it only showing it for futures pricing, not forex pricing. So, either way though, I'm focused on gold. Right, I really don't care about what indices are doing right now. There is opportunity for indices to the upside. Like looking at this right here, looking at the Nasdaq where we're currently at, we did correct. I mean, we did correct and erase the entire PPI news candle that we just had. But if we can hold this level of support right here, that would be pretty interesting. Because I am bullish. I do think that we possibly have a chance to go back to the upside here. So if we can truly hold this level of support, I think that would be nice. If we get a nice 5-minute closure above our trigger line, that can be our entry, and so on and so forth, right? It could be something like this. Yeah, we could probably have something like this, a little some. Right, catch a move right back on up to the upside. If this support can continue to hold and we can close back as an engulfing pattern, this 5-minute current 5-minute candle that we're on now, if this can actually close back as an engulfing and hopefully the volume can support it and we see increasing volume as well compared to the previous one, oh yeah, that could be a nice stab. The thing is, again, I normally don't trade indices before the open at 9:30, which is in about 30 minutes, but that could be a possible situation if you are willing to trade before then. Let's see how this ends up closing though. All right, let's see what else we got. Jamo in the building. What's going on, Jamo? We got King City in the house. What's the words? King City, appreciate you for being here. Family, go ahead and smash that like button one time for your boy once again. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, let's see. Again, I'm not taking anything personally. I can't take it because according to my rules, I cannot take indices before the open. That's just a part of my rules. I can adjust my rules, but right now I don't want to. So I'm not going to take this trade. But if it does close bullish like this, I think there's a very, very, very high probability that we really go back to the highs here. But I'm chilling. Again, I can't take it. I mean, I could, but then I'll be breaking my rules. And anytime I break my rules, it never works out in my favor. So even if I was to take this right now, I promise you it'll probably go to stop loss because I'm breaking my rule. That's just how it is. Anytime I break a rule, boy, it never works out for me. Like I always, the market's always humbled me lately. Like, boy, you tripping, boy. What you doing breaking your rules? You know better than that. Here, take this L. Here, take this L on a platter for you. You want to break your rules? Here, here's an L on your platter. That's just, that's how it be. So I'm not taking this. If I do, it's gonna violate anybody that does. But it don't look too bad though, right? We just got what we wanted. You know, market corrected the whole news candle. We did come down, try to fill some of the news candle wick. Right, we ended up testing below previous 5-minute low and immediately flipped back bullish, showing signs of strength here. Right, I really like how this looks. Okay, this 5-minute candle was at one point continuously pushing lower, but we found so much buying demand down here that it caused it to flip as a bullish engulfing instead. The volume is at least equal to the previous one. We typically want a little bit more, but equal is cool. Yeah, man, it's not a bad little setup here. But again, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm gonna wait till after the open before I take indices. The only thing I will take before the open is gold. I'm okay with taking gold whenever the opportunity shows itself, right? But indices, I can't. I gotta chill. I gotta be patient with that. Let's see. The like was snatched from 4 a.m. this morning. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. All right, so let's see how this stuff continues to go, family. You know, we're still here. We're still chilling. Not much on the horizon as of right now, but you know, just another day in the market. We gotta just be patient. That's what it comes down to. Another day in the market. Let's see what we get here. Let's see. Yeah, gold is still pushing here. Yeah, gold looks like it might just really just continue. Which I'm not opposed to it. I want to look for more upside here for gold. I want an entry first. Like, let me eat, bro. Like, come all the way back down. Let me eat. Let me eat. I'm trying to eat. I'm hungry. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. What you about to do, gold? What you about to do, gold? You about to just continue from here? How we feeling on the chat, though, family? What else you guys looking at? How we feeling in the chat? Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice, or don't talk to me and Let me know how y'all feel. Said, talk to me nice, or don't talk to me at all. Said, talk to me nice, or don't talk to me at all. Mm mm mm. Mm 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 mm. Don't talk to me nice, or don't talk to me at all. All right, there is actually something that I wanted to do too. Hold on, family. Hold on, family. Let's see. I'm looking to go longs. Looking at gold longs, 23.69. Oh, excuse me. Boy, that's why I don't got my coffee or my caramel ribbon crunch or my refresher. Boy, over here tired. So I do want to see upside personally. I do want to see a lot more upside here for gold. Shit, I'm not opposed to us taking out the highs of 2400. All right, so I'm definitely very much bullish. With what we're looking at here. So Let's see. Dollar strength is here to stay for a while. You don't say so. You do. You think dollar strength is here to stay for how long? For how long, right? Because I think it's not having as much strength as it used to, personally. Because all 2000, 2020, 21, 22, 23, the past 3 years have been dollars. It's really been the time for the dollar to really just go crazy, right? And it did. Past 3 years. What the heck is this? What the heck? Homemade acai bowl? Thank you. Absolutely. You're handing it to me. Thank you. Yeah, so the dollar has been the most dominant currency, the most dominant thing for the past 3 years. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna continue that direction, in my opinion. But let's see. I'm going down with Bitcoin right now, up 300. Bitcoin, is it dropping? I mean, yeah, doing a little some. You could say it's doing a little some, I guess. Where is that at? I don't want sessions. Turn that shit off. You could say. I mean, I guess. I'm just not a fan of selling gold or selling Bitcoin. But hey, if you're able to make some money off that, definitely go ahead and do that. Definitely make your bags, man. Let's see. US 30, S&P, the Nasdaq are all just chilling right now. Still not really doing much. Again, I'm chilling to the open. We're about 29 minutes out. Let's see how this plays out. Damn, we got a homemade acai bowl. Pretty crazy. Nah, this is nuts. This is gonna give me. You guys can't see it, but this looks crazy. This looks crazy. Hold on, I'm trying to see if y'all can see it right. It look crazy. This is like you threw strawberries in here, bananas. What is that? Granola? We got some granola bars in here. Look like we got some coconut shavings up in this bad boy and a lot of chocolate. Holy moly. Damn, this is cold as hell. Oh. Boy. I did not expect this to be this cold. What the hell is so cold in here? Frozen fruit or something? Gotta be. Yeah, shout out to wifey, man. Man, this is like ice. Holy shit. Cold as fuck. Do my language. Let's see. Said I'm on, but I'm tired. Had a game and a workout this week and a game today, so I'm just watching for the most part. Might doze off, but we here. Let's go, Drew. Shout out to my brother Drew showing up, man. That's the most important thing, family. Just showing up, no matter what you're going through, no matter how you feel, man. Showing up is crucial. We gotta show up. Let's see. King City still in 30 cell. Okay. Full of energy right there. Focus ball right there. Absolutely. As you can see, what do you think about GameStop? I don't know. I don't really have too much to say. Obviously, there's a lot of headlines just because of Roaring Kitty over there. Clearly manipulating price. But the thing about GameStop, and I think it's actually down heavy too right now, is that it's literally, again, it's not a pump and dump, right? Because it is GameStop. It is still a massive. I don't know if it's as big as it used to be, right? But it's still a pretty big corporation. Let's see what their financials come out at. So they're still doing just under $1 billion a year, right? So GameStop is still a massive corporation, but all these pumps were clearly just straight market manipulation, all by one individual having that much influence, right? Roaring Kitty is just really that type of guy. Like, he's really him to have this type of influence to where he could just, send these type of spikes in major companies that were billion-dollar corporations at one point, right? So that's interesting. But yeah, I don't think this stuff lasts. Right? I don't think any of these pump lasts. Because the only time we see these type of pumps is if, Roaring Kitty opens his mouth. But that's like a horrible strategy to depend on, right? If you're investing into GME or into GameStop just because you're hoping that one guy opens his mouth, So I don't think that's a logical strategy. Like somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but like that's not a strategy that I personally want to play off of, right? Just buy and hold and hope and hope that this one guy opens his mouth. Like that's not my type of strategy, right? So I don't think any of this stuff holds though. All this, it's like essentially like fake strength, fake buys, and I think it eventually all gets corrected pretty hard. So that's where I stand on it. But it is interesting though. I can't wait. There's got to be a movie made about this. Like I'm pretty sure there is a movie. I don't know. Is there actually a movie already that was made based off Wall Street bets and like that whole shit from 4 years ago when they initially pumped GameStop, or a few years ago? Yeah, it was 2021. Either way, there's gonna be a crazy movie made about that shit. Let's see. There is, yes, yep, Dumb Money. There is, and I haven't watched it. Oh hell nah. We might have to watch that together. Shoot, I'm not even gonna lie. Let me see, hold on. I gotta make sure I find this shit real quick. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that, boy. It's called Dumb Money on Netflix. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that, boy. Nah, that's crazy. Who's watching? Dad is watching, buddy.
A bunch of Reddit users have backed
Hold on.
through the use of
GameStop.
GameStop.
dumb money, man.
Happy to take it.
You never bet against Wall Street. Why?
GameStop now, another record high.
When they hit, I'm gonna buy you a mansion.
They call themselves apes and R words? Retard? Can they say that?
They're gangsters.
We're going to the moon! 11!
Oh, that might be mad loud. It might be super loud in your guys' ear, but my fault if it is.
You haven't cut off the buy option. That's criminal.
Alright, did it! I love you!
Dumb money.
How much did we make today?
5 million?
And yesterday?
4 million?
How much did we lose today?
$1 billion.
And yesterday?
$1 billion.
Damn. That's tough. Damn, nah, we might have to really, yeah, that might be a movie we might have to watch. Or I might have to watch. I ain't even know that I didn't know they released it. That's crazy. No, we definitely gonna watch that. But in the meantime, family, as we just go ahead and wait for the open as well, I'm still gonna be watching this. I did want to watch this video though with y'all. All right, this is from Mr. Meat Kevin himself, the GOAT, one of my favorite YouTubers. Just because he actually breaks down the shit that we are kind of confused about when it comes to fundamental analysis and things like that. This video he titled "Yikes! What the Fed Just Said," and this is interesting because, like I told you, I wasn't able to actually watch the actual interest rate decision or the actual press conference just because I was out and about, right? And I didn't notice, or I didn't watch to see, or I didn't hear his tone. So I don't know why the market corrected the way that it did yesterday. And I was thinking like, okay, what did Jerome Powell say that had the market correct the entire move that we seen yesterday? Right, that was my thought. I'm like, okay, what the hell did Jerome Powell say yesterday that made the market just actually fall compared to continue to rise based off the data? Besides indices continue to go higher, but gold ended up correcting, right? And I wanted to see why. I didn't know why. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Meat Kevin here is going to explain to us what they just said based on his side of family. So let's just watch this video. We are about 15 minutes. We're about 20 minutes out from the open. This video is around 14 minutes long, so let's learn some things or two, family.
But I wouldn't single out housing as having a special role there. Thank you very much.
Boom! There was Jay Powell and the Fed meeting, and the tendies on the Fed trade were so delicious. I'm so happy we's are back. This is a great tendies day. I took some tendies. I'm going to have more trades, but man, this is a good day. Let's talk about what J-Pow just had to talk about. It is also coupon expiration day. It's kind of crazy day. CPI, Fed day, coupon expiration day. Check it out at meetkevin.com. Pitch out of the way. You know the drill. Email us at staff@meetkevin.com if you have questions. Let's get into what J-Pow just said. Okay, first of all, J-Pow gave us the usual little rug and tuggin, which you kind of get with the summary of economic projections. I think every single time we get one of these summary of economic projections, we kind of get a little bit of a rug and tuggin. We get things that are a little worse than we'd really hope for them to be. And then J-Pow basically pours cold water on them. There were a few issues in this one. First of all, we saw the Fed funds rate projection go up to 5.1 at the end of the year. The expectation was that we'd see 2 rate cuts in this. This is only 1. We saw the dot plots really consolidate up a lot higher than where we thought they would end up being. Wasn't great. Now, J-Pow was asked, as we expected, like, hey, well, did you put together the summary of economic projections with this morning's CPI report in mind? And he said, yes, we put it together with this morning's report in mind, but most people don't end up revising what they said after the data comes out.
That's a good point, because remember I asked you guys yesterday too, because it doesn't happen. I mean, it happens, right? But not as often, right? Where you get CPI the same exact day that they have their interest rate decision, right? Or any major news the same day, that they have interest rate decision, right? And I told you guys yesterday, I'm like, I wonder if they're going to be able to have, right, all this information if they use the CPI data in their actual decision when it came to interest rate decision. And that's pretty much what he just answered for us, which is kind of cool.
So, in other words, this is probably a summary of economic projections that says, hey, it's probably a little more hawkish based on the first half of the year we got, and probably doesn't incorporate the good news of today. That's probably because they don't want to overreact to the euphoria of this quote-unquote welcome news, and they're keeping or sticking rather with their sort of old positioning, which is, if we didn't get this good CPI report today, maybe we'd be a little, bearish. And this is a bearish summary of economic projections. But as usual, during the presentation and Q&A session, J-Pow did water down the impact of these, quite frankly, summaries and projections, regularly calling them just projections and that they could change, that whatever. Labor market conditions back to the eve of the pandemic. One of the good questions that I thought came out of this is, hey, are you just going to wait until the economy tanks and we start getting negative payrolls reports? Or like, when are you actually going to, cut? And he says, look, we're cognizant of the pressures on lower income individuals, people on the fringes of the economy, the damage this is doing to smaller businesses, whatever. Which is nice to hear him say that, but it's not actually great from the point of view of getting a bullish Powell here. It's kind of like, hey, we see you're suffering. And he literally said, quote, it will be painful, especially for those on the margins of the economy. So it wasn't the most encouraging Powell. I have to say, if anything, this was probably a relatively neutral Powell is how I would put it. I don't think I could cheer that this was the dove that I was really hoping for. I was hoping and expecting to get a little bit more enthusiasm out of him. We expected him to water down this sort of bearish summary of economic projections. But he made a good point over here. I'm like, hey, PCE right now is already at 2.7 on headline. Core PCE's at 2.8. You're projecting it to be the same at the end of the year. What gives? Like, you're basically saying no progress. And so we were looking at this and we're like, what the hell? And Steve Leisman from CNBC picked up on it and he's like, yo, J-Pow, like, are you giving up on progress on inflation? And J-Pow's sort of like, we just think we're going to lap some higher numbers, so it's not that we're not projecting other progress, but it's just that as we lap higher numbers, it's going to be harder for that number to come down more. So in other words, he's kind of reiterating that stickiness. He still sees as the economy broadly strong, the labor market back to the, quote, eve of the pandemic. That's an interesting kind of standard. Oh, yeah, eve of the pandemic. Okay, interesting. But no greater confidence yet, just that we had a welcomed report today. Obviously, it wasn't a great, it wasn't like, it was actually pretty great. Let's just be real about it. It was a pretty dang good report. But it wasn't something where we were able to get a super dove Fed. And it's not something that I think went as beautifully as it could have, as dovishly as it could have. Now, asked about being potentially too slow. Again, he reiterated they don't want to break things. They want to try to keep in mind what's going on. But he does say, look, it's going to suck. And really, he's asked, like, is a 25 basis point cut at the end of the year, one or two of them basically, is that really going to make a difference? And Jerome Powell acknowledges here, he goes, you'd have a really hard job if your job was to figure out the impact of a 25 basis point cut. So he basically, if I had to sum him up today, I was hoping he'd be dovish. We kind of got hey man, we're in a good place. We're just going to coast here until the end of 2025. And quite frankly, nothing changed. We told you in March, we're going to coast until the end of 2025. And we're going to try to get rates to about 4-ish%. And whether we have 2 rate cuts now or 1 rate cut this year or an extra one next year and one fewer this doesn't make much of a difference. So we did get a little bit of hawking there. Not great. Didn't really love that kind of Powell. Not super happy about that. Again, I was looking for some more dovishness. One rate cut not making a difference. Good to know. We did also get some we would have anticipated that already anyway. But the other thing, and I don't know how to pronounce her name correctly, Gina Smilyak, whatever. She mentioned from the New York Times, the girl who always sits next to Nick T. She mentioned, hey, it looks like you revised up your sort of target long-term federal funds rate from 2.6% to 2.8%. And it's interesting because I didn't actually notice that the first moment. I did notice when we went from 2.5 to 2.6, and I'm like, that's not great. That's not great. Now it went from 2.6 to 2.8. It's also not great. It's a way of the Fed suggesting that the neutral rate is higher. It's a little hawkish. I didn't love that at all. So not ideal here. Now, I believe that this is, as Jay Powell said, hey, these are just estimates. We don't know. Is it possible that, we're just trying to look in a crystal ball years down the road? Yes. And he did also say, keep in mind that long-term target assumes you're not going to have any shocks in the economy. But the reality is, and he says this himself, quote, we're still getting shocks in today's economy. We're still kind of like, we're like in the ocean, bobbing around. And it's not ideal. It's not great today. So, not wonderful, little rough of a position to be in, not great, because the bumpiness creates uncertainty. And he's suggesting that uncertainty is implying a higher Fed neutral rate, and they're starting to kind of blend out into their projections here. I don't love hearing that much. Now, grand scheme of things, does any of this stuff really matter? Does it change my position from being about a 6.5 to 7 on the bull scale? Does it change the Nike swoosh? Does it change my positioning? No. In the grand scheme of things, this doesn't really change anything. We're going back to, are we going to stay on this trend of declining inflation? Can we continue to get good inflation reports here? The goal is obviously yes. Will we? Time will tell. So that's the issue at hand right now. Obviously, the market rallied into the J-Pound meeting and following the J-Pound meeting. The question now is, how is the market going to respond in the last 30 minutes of trade? My anticipation is this is good enough confidence to where maybe in the last 15 minutes you could see a nice little sort of buy the dip on sort of the post-Fed closeout dip that we've had here on, the Qs. You're down about 50 basis points since Jay Powell stopped talking. Could the tip keep dipping? I think it's really hard to argue that funds should be dumping and going bearish after this Jay Powell. There's nothing here that suggests anything other than Jay Powell's probably just going to take more time. Now, unfortunately, time is money. So again, was this a dovish Fed? No. Was this a hawkish Fed? I'd say it was like neutral to hawkish. If I had to put them as a 10 hawk, a 1 dove, I'd probably put them at like 6.5. So they leaned a little on the hawkish side today. And I think they're trying to project that they're so steadfast that the economy's strong, it's not falling apart yet, we don't need dramatic rate cuts, we're willing to be patient to get inflation down. As a long-term investor, does that really change anything? No. In the short term, does that soften some of the gains of the euphoric market that we've seen? Absolutely. Will people probably swoop in and buy the dip on that? Probably. We'll see. We'll see. And so I personally still maintain long thesis on Apple. I'm still obviously long exposed to NVIDIA, but shorter term here, you'll have a little bit of turbulence on a little bit more of a hawkish Fed. That said, I think going forward, you've got a lot of catalysts removed here. You've got PPI tomorrow, which remember to subscribe to the Meet Kevin Market channel. That's this one right here. Well, actually, maybe not where you're watching this video on replay, but just type into YouTube Meet Kevin Market live stream. Make sure you're subscribed to that. That's where I cover a lot of the market live stream events, unless there's some like major breaking news or whatever. Sometimes I do that live on the main channel. But then we'll try to post my summaries or sort of edited together videos on the main channel. So just keep in mind you can subscribe to both of those. That doesn't cost you anything. Expiring coupon code today. You already know about that. So again, if I'm looking into trade for the rest of the week, as long as PPI is stable tomorrow, and I'll give you the numbers, I expect we're probably just slowly going to continue to trickle up. Nice and slowly. Some sectors where you're going to get AI pricing, you might get some bigger pops.
All right, that's cool. Enough of that. Appreciate you, Mr. Kevin, for the actual value. So, family, what do you guys think about that video, man? He's pretty much saying exactly how I've been feeling. In terms of the market as a whole, I still think the market itself is very much becoming very much risk on. And I think indices are still going to remain longer term bullish. I think gold is going to remain longer term bullish. I think stocks, crypto as a whole should be bullish. I think the dollar itself is going to go through a period of a correction. I think it's absolutely needed and kind of due. Right, but that's actually a very interesting video for me that I kind of wanted to watch, because again, I said I didn't get to understand what was said in the press conference to figure out why the markets ended up turning around the way that it did. Because based off the data, I was assuming. I mean, technically we did if we look at indices. Indices continue, but when I'm talking about gold, like gold didn't not hold whatsoever. Like gold really struggled to hold that momentum that we had on the release, and I'm like, why? Why? We had a lot of great data. Why isn't gold benefiting off of that, right? So that's dope, though. From what I got from me, Kevin, he said that Jerome Powell was definitely not very dovish, which is what I thought he was going to be. I thought Jerome Powell was going to go into the meeting extremely dovish, right? Obviously talking very optimistic, a lot of positive, information he's relaying. And according to me, Kevin, we didn't get that. All right, like we didn't get the overly dovish Powell, even after a very good CPI report than I was thinking he was going to get. So that's interesting. That is interesting. I'm glad that I watched that video. And family, I had a question, man. Do you guys enjoy watching things like that? Like, do you guys enjoy during stream where we just drop on a YouTube video and we react to it together and live in real time? I think that's valuable as well. Right? But yeah, that's interesting. Interesting to not see a dovish Jerome Powell. I think he just doesn't want to get ahead of himself. I just think he doesn't want to get too ahead of himself more than anything. But what are you guys thinking, family? Let's see. What's going on, Jonathan? Appreciate you, my brother. We got KJ. Sell gold. You want me to sell gold right now, KJ? Just blindly sell gold for you? Like, just sell it right now? Is that what you're saying, KJ? Is that what you're saying, KJ? Let's see. How you that since we are the only bank that's not cutting, that we stay hawkish? Since we are the, let's see. We are the only bank that's not cutting that, we stay hawkish. I mean, not cutting rates doesn't necessarily mean we are still hawkish, right? Again, hawkish we already went through. We already went through our period of being hawkish a year and a half ago, right? The moment they started to raise interest rates, we have become hawkish. But raising interest rates again is not even on the table. Like, that's not even a consideration. Like, there's nowhere at all, and no member of the Fed right now that's thinking that raising interest rates is an actual option as of now, right? The only two options we have is either keep interest rates where they're at, right, higher for longer, or we start cutting rates. Like, those are the only two approaches as of now, right? So we can't be hawkish if interest rates or the possibility of interest rates increasing is not even on the table. So we're definitely not hawkish. We're just at a point now where we're at a standstill. We're at a pause, right? The markets are going to continue to keep interest rates higher for as long as possible, right? For as long as needed to see CPI get into that 2% level, which is kind of interesting, right? Because if we look at PCE, guys, which is again another measure of inflation, is already in the 2% range. Again, the Fed has always said we want our inflationary readings to get into the 2%. PCE, which is arguably the preferred measure of inflation for the Federal Reserve, it's already in the 2% level. I think it's 2.6, 2.7. So clearly the Fed, when they're saying that they want to see inflation get back into the 2%, they're not talking about PCE because we're already there. They have to be referring to CPI and probably PPI. All right, so I think that's what we're waiting for. The moment we get CPI sub 2% or sub 3% into the 2% levels, that's when I think we officially start to see a dovish, super dovish Fed. Which means dovish, they are leaning towards or about to start cutting rates. So that's very interesting for sure, guys. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. Yes, sir. Yes. All right. So KJ, you said sell gold. I would just take it randomly, bro, off of your name, even though I have no idea who the hell you are, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just not a fan of selling gold because I wasn't looking for sales to begin with. I'm looking for buys. And to be honest, if we close like this 5-minute engulfing, damn, our stop is gonna be a little wide, but we might be able to get a little trigger line entry here back to the upside. To be honest with you, we might get a little trigger line entry back on up to the upside here for gold. Because I'm still very much expecting bullishness as well here for gold, expecting bullishness for the Nasdaq, the S&P, and all these good things, right? So let me actually take a quick look at the Nasdaq. Yeah, the Nasdaq itself, I mean, it's still just in that same exact range that we've been in since we talked about it. The S&P as well, US 30. But again, I'm favoring upside for these things, man. We are getting possible entry points. But we are also about 2.5 minutes out from the open. But like as of right now, if these stay the way they are in the open, man, these do look solid in my opinion to go back to the upside. Gold as well. If we close like this on gold, I'm not a fan of how big our stop loss is going to be. Because we are going to have a little bit of a wider stop here with a lot of inefficiencies left behind. But if we're going to play our strategy, the trigger line strategy, right? The 50 bounce trigger line entry, we're going to have to deal with the size of the stop, which is unfortunate. Yeah, that's a big stop, though. I don't know if it's ruining my risk to reward. Ruining my risk to reward. I mean, it's still a 2-to-1. But yeah, I think this is getting ready to run. Like we this is the thing about tightening my stops, right? Because I know some people are like, hey, but why don't you just play the candlestick lows in? You could. Risk to reward is insane. But boy, there's been so many times where it'll just come down and literally liquidate me before it goes. I don't know. We'll see. We're about a minute out, guys, from the open. Let's see how this stuff plays out here. Let's see. Yes, valuable. Shout out to you, Sheriff. In gold buys at 23.16. How the hell did you get buys at 23.16? Hold on. Are you talking about forex pricing? 23.16 or thank you, baby. Yeah, you probably talking forex pricing, huh? 23.16. You just got in there, or are you talking about future pricing? Because forex pricing is all the way damn near close to where price is at. Future pricing 23.16 is, I don't even think we reached there since last week. Actually, 2 days ago. So let's see. Sell gold at 23.30. Sell gold at 23.30. TP 23.04. I see we got a lot of gold sellers in the building, man. You said 23.30, so I think you are referring to, are you talking forex pricing? AJ, are you trading forex or are you trading futures, bro? Because the pricing is different. You said sell at 23.30. According to futures pricing, that is below current price right now. So you use a sell stop for that. Oh, so you're trading the Forex pricing. So you want price to come all the way back up to here. Okay, so push higher first. Push higher first, and then you want to sell it off. Okay. Hey, I'm not opposed to that. That could probably happen. That could probably happen. But either way, I still favor the buys more than anything. I'm not a fan. I don't care for the sells, but I do like the buys. Hold on, let me go back. Forex, futures. All right, so we did get the open here, guys. 9:30 open. We also did get a nice little flip, 5-minute flip here. 5-minute engulfing pattern above the trigger line. I might have to take this buy on gold and just deal with the outcome. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let me see. I gotta take the buy on gold and deal with the outcome. All right, so let's see. This is such a big stop though, but that's why we manage risk. It's a big stop, but that's why we manage risk. All right, so we got our entry 23.35, stop 23.21. That's such a big stop, man. But target is 23.59. This isn't the best risk to reward neither. This is just under a 2-to-1. It's a 1.7 to 1 risk to reward. We could deal with it. Typically, I like 2 to 1 risk to reward minimum, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. We shall deal with it. Yeah, so we'll let this stuff play out now, family, and see what we get here. But again, I was personally looking for buys regardless. That was my game plan since the stream started. So that's why I kind of had to take buys. Going against a few of your guys' sell ideas. And this is the thing, right? Even if you are looking at sells for gold, trust yourself, right? There's a reason why you're calling it out. And that's really towards KJ. Shout out to you and AJ. KJ, AJ. That's crazy. You both are ending with J. KJ and AJ both wanted to sell gold. Listen, write out your sells, man. I see AJ said I'm going to buy now. I was about to say, if you guys have an analysis, write it out because I could be wrong here. This market can absolutely fall and I'll be wrong, right? And then you guys will be right. But I gotta just trust my strategy, trust what I've been looking at, and trust how I'm gonna play, man. So that's why I took it, and I'm okay with what happens, right? If we win, amazing. If this falls, then so be it, right? You guys know I don't care about the outcome of the position, right? My job as a trader is to identify the best looking setup that has the highest probability, manage my risk, manage my emotions, manage my discipline, my patience, and that's all I can do. Whatever happens after that, y'all know how I say it is out of our control, completely out of our control. So. Wait, why did you only put one lot? I wanted to throw 5. I meant to throw 5 longs, 5 contracts on this, not 1. All right, so let's see if this gold can push for us. Let's see. Higher low than long-term buys. You can get in for buys now. Just hold for days. I'm looking to fade UJ. Fading UJ. What's UJ doing? Looking to fade UJ at 157,500. You want to sell UJ, bro? 157,500. So a sweep of the highs inside of this little pocket up here. That's tough wanting to sell UJ though, bro. You want to fade UJ? I feel like UJ is one of those ones we just keep on buying, or am I tripping? That's just because of obviously how I feel against the yen itself. What's GJ doing? Yeah, GJ looks money. See, GJ look like it's getting ready to go for a new high here. It's crazy. We're literally trading above 200 right now for GJ. This is actually nuts. We're literally trading above 200 for GJ. Last time we were trading in these levels was in 2008. Almost 16 years ago, we haven't been this high for GJ. I mean, you could definitely try to fade it, bro. You know, I'll probably be looking for some longs though. I'd rather just continue to buy all these yens. I just think they're still extremely weak, extremely shitty. I think they're gonna continue to get devoured and demolished. And the Bank of Japan can only do so much. Bank of Japan can only do so much. All right, so let's see what we got here, family. Let me take a look at indices real quick. All right, so the NASDAQ is still testing these lows, man. We're really not getting too much of a reaction here. The S&P as well tested back down. US 30 actually fell. US 30 is interesting, though. We did fall. Ended up taking out this low right here. And now we're starting to see a little bit of bullishness come back into play. I don't like how these charts look, though, bro. I don't like how the charts are looking. Like, they just look completely out of whack and like it's about to screw me. Like, I'm good on indices. I'm just gonna trust my gold and just let it play out. Let's see what we got here. In buys 23.15. Forex pricing, okay. 23.15. Okay, yeah, you got a decent entry. You got a decent entry on this thing. Let's see, RIP my account if you're right. One of us gonna be wrong, right? One of us gonna be wrong. And this is the thing, right? No matter who's right or wrong, right? No matter who's right or wrong, remember, it's a W, even if the trade is a loss. It's a W if you followed your rules and trusted your plan. That's all that matters, right? It's a W no matter what happens, right? And that's the thing. If we take a loss, but we followed all of our rules and our plan and we didn't steer away from them, that's still a W in my book. Why? Because you're doing what most traders can't do, right? 90% of traders, guys, are not able to remain disciplined and follow their plan to the T. So even if a trade turns into a loss, becomes a loss, and you lose some money on it, but you followed your rules, you can't get upset at yourself for that. But you have to stop getting upset at yourself for that. You have to stop, right? And I'm talking to you guys right now that are listening to me, right? If you followed your rules and you took a loss on that account, who cares? Stop getting upset at yourself. It happens. The best of the best are going to take losses. I've taken a ton of losses live in front of your guys' face. Right? So we can't allow that to really control us and dictate everything, family, right? If we take a loss, and I'm saying this repeatedly because it's important to understand, and it's probably one of the hardest concepts most traders go through. If you took a loss, but you followed your rules, do not beat yourself up on that. Do not beat yourself about that trade. It is what it is. You have to accept the fact that we're just gonna lose. You have to be okay with the fact that we're gonna take L's. Even on the best looking setup in the world, we're going to take losses. There's no way around avoiding losses in this game. What we can avoid is bad losses. That we can do, right? We can avoid bad losses, which is losses that come from us steering away from our plan, aka jumping in out of session, over leveraging, not managing the positions correctly. All that stuff is a bad trade, bad loss, right? But family, if you took a trade that followed your plans, and who cares about the outcome? I don't care about what happens with this trade. I took it, I followed my plan, I didn't steer away from it, I followed risk management, so I'm good. I'm good. And that's such a stress-free way of analyzing these markets, man. A stress-free way of trading is being okay with the outcome. We have to be able to really breathe in and breathe out and be one. I don't know how this shit just turned into a Zen session, but that's just a fact, though, family. Like, that's just a fact. All right, let's see. What's your stop loss tonight? How are you doing tonight? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to family. So my stop loss is down at the structure low, 5-minute structure low. And I really am a big fan of this stop loss as well. Why? Because we actually place our stop below an area that would, I assumed, grab liquidity. If we actually look at the structure point as well, family, what would, you know, especially for all my smart money traders, right? How many of you guys trade smart money concepts, ICT concepts, whatever the hell you want to call them? How many of you guys trade that style of trading? Let me know in the chat, family. Let me know in the chat, family. Let's see, I'm at work on break. It was supposed to be over at 9:30. My boy AG taking an extended break. Let's see, Jugman says stop loss at break even already. Okay. Hey, man, hopefully it don't come back and hit you at break even, bro, and just runs for us. That'll be nice. DJ Abel, Wagwan, Sam Dollars in the building. Wagwan, Mayo. Wagwan, Mayo. How you doing, Mayo? As it can't get attached to the money. If it's going to come and go, we can't stress about it. Absolutely. Let's see. We got Jess trading ICT, Nick trading ICT, Torrance trading ICT. I'm surprised there's not more of y'all, to be honest with y'all. But based off of that concept or one ideology that he has, right? What will we consider this low to be? Or this entire, not just the low, but the whole sequence. Right? This whole sequence right here, what will we consider this whole sequence to be? Right? There's actually a few, even if you trade Wyckoff, right? Shout out to all my Wyckofians. If you understand Wyckoff logic, you can also understand what this is as well. All right, because the way I see it, based off of Wyckoff logic, all right, if we're talking about Wyckoff, all right, we have our supports being created. We have our spring, which tested that support, ran through it. Right, we eventually ended up running the support, grabbing liquidity, and immediately shifting back to the upside. Right, so we have accumulation, manipulation, right, and then we have markup into the actual trend. Now, again, what I was talking about with smart money is going to consider this entire sweep of this low into a higher high as a change of character. All right, according to smart money, this is what we consider a change of character, right? Or what I like to call it, a market structure shift. Right, we are shifting structure, right? We went from creating these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, to now shifting structure, creating a higher high, possible first higher low. And now hopefully, if we are going to be correct on this, hopefully it can now continue, right? That's the whole idea behind it. That'll be nice. So yeah, you know, I really like this setup. I like the fact that we did sweep the lows, took out liquidity below this low, also took out all this liquidity below over here, right? And then we actually had a nice reaction as well to the ups. And now the reaction was caused by news, but the news supports bullishness for me anyways, right? So I'm fine with this. Now the reason why my stop is so far is because, again, you just never know what price, right? Price can come down here and just play around here, especially since we just had a very aggressive move. Like, price could just chill around here for the next couple hours, right? It seems like a lot of our setups been doing that lately, right? Where we take the trades, and to be fair, we have taken a bunch of trades lately after an initial move, but we could take the trade and then the markets just chill, right? Just chill until later on in the day, maybe after lunch, then it wants to start making moves, right? So that's why I'm gonna leave my stop where it's at. It is kind of a wider stop, but I'm fine with the setup, right? I'm comfortable with the stop down here, targeting around 1.7 times my risk. Typically, I like to stay around 2 to 1 times my risk, but I'm gonna just take what the market gives me today, and we're gonna deal with whatever happens here, family. We're gonna deal with whatever happens. So, but I like the setup. I just gotta be okay with whatever happens from it. All right, let's see. I trade Smart Melendez strategy. SMC, AMDX, yep. That's what I'm saying. The crazy thing is, like, all these strategies that you guys know of, they're all literally almost identical strategies, right? When you think about smart money concept or ICT strategy, you know, there's a lot of other strategies that come from that base strategy, or that strategy of ICT smart money concept comes from a lot of other strategies. You know what it is? Once somebody becomes influential in the space, they take an already known concept and they change the wording around to make it their own. That's usually how it works. All right, there's a lot of people that trade smart money concepts that don't call it smart money concepts because they rebranded it and made it their own. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. All right, so for me, if you guys actually notice, I don't know if you guys ever read the bio, right, in these videos. Like if you guys ever read the description in the videos, it actually says what I call my strategy, right, which is a name that I thought of a year ago. And I called it smart structure concepts. I don't even know what the hell I call this shit. Hold on. What do I call this strategy? Or what did I call it when I created the description? Hold on. Can't even remember. I can't remember. I think I call it smart structure strategy or smart structure concepts or some shit like that. It has something to do with obviously market structure being like a big component in it. Let me see what catch me live as I navigate the market today, focusing on gold and indices. In this session, I'll be using my smart structure strategy. Smart structure strategy, that's what I call it, which is a mixture of SMC, liquidity graphs, moving averages, blah blah blah. Smart structure strategy. I don't know, the triple S strategy got a little swing to it, got a little ring to it. But yeah, we'll see. Let's see. He said the search and destroy SND. You play search and destroy on these charts. Yeah, that would actually be a crazy strategy, JJ. Imagine you coming up with a strategy called search and destroy, the search and destroy strategy. Like we're searching liquidity and we're destroying it. That would be crazy. All right, so family, again, I'm not looking at it. I currently am in this gold right now. We are in a little bit of drawdown. Again, this is a much wider stop than I typically would like to use, but I got to play with what the market gives me. You know, I think I'm risking, this is a 100K account. I think I'm risking around 600 bucks on this position. But we're targeting risking 600 to target around 1,000. No, we're targeting around 800. So we'll see how this plays out. You know, it's crazy. The beautiful thing about it, family, is we've actually had a really decent week so far. We still had a really good week. So far, we called out a trade on Monday, banger Tuesday, banger yesterday. I don't think I called out a trade yesterday. Well, actually, yeah, we did call out a trade yesterday. Yesterday, banger. Yeah, so far, we called out a trade every day this week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and all have went for at least 60 plus pips on gold. Right, so we'll see if today can play out for us and get our winning streak still going for the week. That would be nice. If it turns into an L and that's the first L of the week and we 3-1 for the week, shit. Hey, I'll take that all day. Because last week was rough. Last week was pretty rough, right? Where everything was just hitting break even or very small losses. So if we go 3-1 for the week, that would be hopefully we go 4-0 and this one plays out, but I'm okay with a 3-1 week. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see. Teacup was basically playing off institutional, bullish, bearish, and golf, and vice versa. Shout out to my big bro Teacup, man. Last up before the big push down or reverse. Yep, supply and demand. Buy fuck with search. That is dumb funny, bro. I don't know why. I play too much Call of Duty, bro. It's crazy. I looked at SND, and instead of automatically thinking supply and demand, I thought about search and destroy. Like, make it make sense, bro. Like, what? Like, bro, you're a trader first, bro. Like, SND, you should have automatically knew it was supply and demand, not freaking search and destroy. Like, what the hell? Yo, I'm tripping, yo. Nah, that is hilarious, though. But that would be a crazy name for a strategy, though, right? Search and destroy strategy? Nah, that would be hilarious, bro. Like, yeah, what's your strategy called? Search and destroy? Like, word? That sounds crazy. The hell kind of strategy is that? Search and destroy? That'll be nuts, right? All right, so let's see what we got here, family. Yeah, we're definitely in heavy drawdown right now. Heavy drawdown right now. I mean, that's not considered heavy. Heavy is like more than 50% of our stop losses damn near taken. That's heavy drawdown. But we're gonna let this stuff play out, man. Like I told y'all, man, I already accepted the risk. I accepted what I'm looking for. I accepted, you know, the outcome. So, but I'm just only relaying it just to update y'all, but you guys can clearly see it. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see as this plays out. All right, let's see what the rest of the market doing, man, as we let this stuff go. Nasdaq, see, indices are holding up pretty well. Indices are holding up pretty strong right now too. Great thing is, if we did take the initial entry that I spoke about before the open, we'd be in profit right now. Let's see what else we got here. See, US 30 continued to drop though. I just don't like how indices look, bro. The thing is, that's only on futures pricing though. Like, I'm gonna have to look at Forex pricing for futures, so I'm not weirded out by those big gaps. But yeah, US 30, man, is this shit continued to drop here. It dropped pretty well too. Now we're in this pocket of liquidity down here. What's the market gonna do? We're gonna keep on dropping. Family, what are you guys looking at for Dirty 30? Who got any trades for Dirty 30? Any positions you guys are in for Dirty 30? Or you guys think she dirty like I do? Nasdaq, yeah, Nasdaq look like it might still could have a chance to continue higher. The S&P as well. If the S&P actually engulfs right here, if we actually, this current 5-minute candle, if this current 5-minute candle can actually continue, actually flip back bullish and engulf bullish, that might be a solid entry. That might be a solid entry to the upside. I'm not even gonna lie. But we gotta see how this plays out. We still need this 5-minute candle to flip back bullish, but I don't know if we're gonna get that. Let's see, Euro USD is trying to correct as well. Is the dollar really going to be the dominant one today? Because that's going to really hurt our trade. Dollar strength. Are you truly Saint? I know Saint going to be happy if this really happens, but dollar trade. What you doing? What you doing? Dollar, what you doing? You really trying to gain some strength off of this data, bro? Like, what you doing, bro? Like, what you doing? Like, what you doing, bro? Let's see. UCAD looks good to me. Been watching for a weekly play. A weekly play. Okay. We'll take a look at UCAD. My entry coming close. What was your entry again, Omar, for gold? What was your entry for gold? Because I'm down right now. I'm getting wrecked right now. All right, let's see. In terms of UCAD, Jess, what are you looking at, Jess? What were you looking at? You're looking at, you said you were looking at a weekly play. Were you looking for a weekly continuation to the upside, a bull? Looking for some buys? Because that seems like, in my opinion, of course, seemed like the better, what I would have been looking for UCAD. I wouldn't be opposed to something like that. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all, actually. I think that could happen. Now that happening though, USD CAD going higher, which it is what it is, it's probably gonna hurt my gold trade. Just off the fact that dollar strengthening will probably weaken gold, but that's cool. I'm fine if that happens. Let's see, 23.30 futures top step X pricing, basically where it's at now. Okay, and were you looking for the, I mean, based off this type of setup, I assume you're looking for the buy here in this imbalance. Okay, come on, Omar, throw them big lots, man. Throw them big contracts, bro, to push my price up. You a market maker, Omar. Come on, push our price back up, bro. Enter your positions and watch price start flying just because you're a market maker. I know you're playing with big money over there. You ain't gotta fool me. Come on, push our price up now. Let go, let go. Let go. Boom, 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 boom. What's today? Today's Thursday? Damn, this week went by fast as hell. This week went by fast as hell. Let's see, stop loss is 23.24. Okay. Yeah, my stop is a couple pips lower than yours, but Let's see. We need some music for the trade. Is that what we're missing here? We need some tunes. We need some tunes. I think that's what we need, right? We need a couple tunes. I can't go too crazy though. I'm gonna be honest, family. Yesterday, YouTube hit me with an email, and I don't think YouTube liked the fact that I just been playing a lot of music. I don't think they like DJ Abel in the mix. I don't think they're big fans of DJ Abel in the mix. I don't think they. Let's go, family. I just seen in the chat, man. Could we please, family? Could we please one time celebrate our family member, Mr. Devin, in the chat, family? That boy just passed his funded account. Let's go. Made that 6%. Devin, let's go. Family, go ahead and just drop a W in the chat real quick. You guys know I love celebrating others. Come on now. Come on now. That boy made that 6% on that 100 KZ. Let's go. Come on now, bro. Big shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Big shout out to you, bro. Let's go. I can't wait for you to get those payouts, man. Come on now. Come on now, Lee. Come on now. Come on now, Lee. Come on. Let's see. I see Dixie selling off to bring gold lower. You think Dixie selling off to bring gold lower? If the Dixie sells off, is that going to bring gold lower? Probably not. I kind of hope the Dixie sells off to bring gold higher, personally. Personally, that's what I would like, but we'll have to see. Coincidentally, the entry strategy I've been playing with called for gold sell. Okay, Mike. Shoot, hopefully you took the trade then, Mike, and you eating. Hopefully you took the trade and you eating, man. Because I'm getting destroyed right now. I appreciate y'all also showing love, man. You guys know I love when people show love, man. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you guys for the W's in the chat for my boy, Devin. Can you guys drop some L's in the chat right now for me, though? Because we are in the negative. Drop a L in the chat for your boy. You know what song we got to play right quick? So, yeah, YouTube hit me with an email yesterday. And they're like, boy, you're not only getting a little copyright. It wasn't like an actual copyright strike, which is very bad for a channel. But they definitely hit me with, yeah, now your videos are going to get blocked anytime you play this. Like, now you guys aren't even going to be able to find the videos that they block because they're blocking them. So I got to be a little bit more careful with the type of music that I play. But what we can play is that Neon Fox, or I said Neon Fox, that Neon FX. We could definitely play some Tyrone, because he's not going to copyright it. And this song right here is probably the song of the moment right now. Let's see, Cave to Abel's buy pressure. Damn, Mike, I apologize then, man. Hold on, man. That sucks, though. That sucks, Mike. See, now that's the thing that and that's why I always say it often, right? Like, I trust myself to where I'm just going to take my setups, right? But if y'all see something else and you would disagree with what I look at, by all means, trust yourself as well, right? Especially if you have the results, if you have the consistency, if you have a strategy that's been working for you, then who gives a damn about what Abel's doing? Because clearly, all right, although we've been crushing it all week, today, we're getting destroyed right now, right? We're getting walloped hard right now, right? So if you trusted yourself, and I know it's kind of hard to do, right? Obviously, especially if you're, you know, still trying to grasp these things down, it's kind of hard to, you know, pick your own analysis over somebody that's been more experienced. But sometimes it happens. Sometimes that's the way you got to go, you know? So unfortunately, Mike, that sell setup, man, would have been an absolute banger. And it's unfortunate that, my trade that's getting destroyed caused you to not jump into it, but it is what it is. It'd be like that though. But again, this is our theme song right now, family. Why are you red? Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. Yeah, we red right now, family. Coach, we red. 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 Listen, we got songs for everything. We got songs for every emotion. I promise y'all. Don't rise. You don't itch it in the. Coach, I'm red. Coach, we're red. Coach, we're red. Girls, we red. How you red? Coach, I'm red. What? How? No, seriously. It got to do with display. Sitting in the bed. I don't know how to sell. What do I do? Only time will tell. Getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. How you red? How you red? Coach, I'm red. It's crazy. We have literally songs for every mood. That's a banger, by the way. That's an absolute banger, man. It don't matter if we blue. Somebody gonna be red too. That's a fact. Yeah, this song is a banger, bro. And it really does relate and hit so hard when you actually are in the red. But this is the thing about me. Like I told y'all, man, whether we winning or losing, family, you guys will never see my emotions flip-flop. Just because, again, it is what it is, bro. Like, it really is what it is. You know, I still try to have fun. I still try to enjoy myself. You know, this loss ain't going to dictate whether I have a good day today or not. You know, because I'm not over-leveraged. I'm not risking way too much. I'm following my plan and trusting myself, man. That's really what it comes down to, so. But let's see what else we got here. I'm going to work on making an indicator for alerts. That'll be fire, Mike. Let's see how appropriate. Yeah, this song is crazy. Embracing uncertainty. I love it. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, these markets really do distribute the wins and losses randomly. Whether you believe it or not, that is just a fact. You know, so we got to always embrace whatever it is, right? We don't know, right? Like I told y'all, we don't know what the trades are end up going to do. All we can do is follow our plan, our strategy, and just take the trades to the best of our abilities. But that doesn't mean that we're going to win. All right, we can have the best looking setup in the world and still take a loss. That's just how it is. Yeah, so let's see how that shit goes though. We'll see how this stuff continues to go. Let's see, just double down on the buy. Okay, Mike. Yeah, I'm chilling. I already got my positions in. I'm not gonna double down personally, but hey, y'all do what y'all gotta do, baby. Let's see, you're heartbroken. We got you. You want to put the lady in the mood? We got you. What? What are you talking about, Jose? If you are bullish, would you buy at this point if you thought it was gonna flip? I mean, you definitely could, right? You definitely could. Really start to look for reasons to buy this. You know, like for example, if this 5-minute candle does end up flipping as a bullish engulfing like that, we are seeing an increase in buying volume as well. Maybe that can give you guys a possible play. You know, maybe it can give you a decent opportunity. But for me, I'm chilling. I'm not going to add more to it. If you are in a position you want to add more to it, just make sure it's not going to cause you to over leverage. Right? That's really what it comes down to. Right? You know, but I'm chilling. I'm going to let this play out. We're either going to hit stop loss on this or we're going to go back to break even and hopefully go to TP, or we're going to be, that's going to be our day. So this dude got to be a trader. What's his name? Oh yeah, absolutely. This is our traders playlist, man. This whole playlist is all about trading. We got some bangers too, I ain't gonna lie. But this right here is by, his name is Neon FX. Neon FX is my brother Tyrone Foster. Shout out to Tyrone. And yeah, he has a whole trading playlist, which is pretty fire. So that's the song that we play. The song, the Coach I'm Red, is what we play when we're negative, when we're in drawdown. When we're in the profit though, when we in the blues, this is the song we play when we're in the blues. Hopefully this song can get us back in the blues. Come on now. Come on, you gotta listen to the lyrics too, family. In the nighttime. Yeah. I'm 6 in the morning. I'ma keep going. Yeah. Entry is my destiny. Pull up. Have to fund it. End of the game. Gonna do London. I kind of like this 5-minute closure though. I better get in my ways. This is real life, not a. We just don't do this for play. Nah. This is real life, not a phase. We just don't do this for Ray. Yeah, that song's a banger too. That song's an absolute banger. Let's see, you just entered go for a buy. Okay. Hey man, listen, you guys entering buys now? Just know, at least I ain't taking this L by myself. Listen, I hope the buys turn around for us, man. But this thing has a lot of selling pressure right now. We have a lot of selling pressure right now, which is kind of making it tough. But listen, man, shout out to y'all that jumped in the trade with me, because now I won't be the only one taking an L. So I'm happy about that. Is there a coach on blue? That would be insane if there was, but I don't think there is. But that would be crazy. That should be something that we do make. Hey man, hey Austin, man, we need a coach on blue. Austin, go get in that booth, my boy. Go get in that booth, my boy. Come on. We need a coach on blue ASAP. Immediately. Even though right now we're red, I need that coach on blue. What's the TI word? What's the TI word, family? I need that coach on blue expeditiously. That's the TI definition. TI dictionary. I need that track expeditiously. Come on now. Yeah, this is going to stop us out. There we go. Yeah, we got stopped out, family. We got absolutely walloped. We got absolutely walloped today, family. Absolutely walloped. Holy moly, I ain't get that walloped in a while. Like, it's like they just took me, bent me over, spanked me 30 times, and went and got a wet rag and hit me with the wet rag on my little cojones. Boom! I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, but family, we did take an L here on gold, man. It just ended up flipping bearish. I don't know, man. I still think, right? But now, again, this is the hard part, and this is where we gotta like really take a step back, family. Right? This is why we gotta take a step back, family. Right? And now we gotta ask ourselves: did that loss affect us emotionally? Yes or no? Answer that in the chat. For anybody that did take the loss with me, answer that in the chat, family. Did that loss affect you emotionally? Yes or not? Right? Because that's the question and the reason why we got to ask these things is because now, if we are going to look for another position, right? If we're going to look for another position, we have to make sure that we're not going to be influenced by our emotions. That's the best thing about trading, family. Again, the loss is what it is, right? We're 3-1 for the week. We got 3 wins and we got 1 loss. Technically not full wins if you really want me to be honest, right? Because a few of these trades never actually reached to our TP. But they were in enough profit for us to make some money. So I'm considering that as a dub. Alright, so we still good. Alright, our week is still great. The thing is, after a loss is where a lot of people start to spiral out of control. And I'm not going to allow y'all to do that. So ask yourself one question. Am I emotional about the outcome of this trade? Yes or no? And if you can, honestly, you have to be real with yourself. If you say that you're emotional about that trade, don't trade no more. Don't trade no more. Like, close your MT4 if that's what you're still using, which is kind of outdated. You're kind of like, you need to get over that MetaTrader crap. Close your Trade Locker app. Close it all. And come back tomorrow. I promise you. I'm telling y'all this because I truly care about y'all. If you still are able to trade, then let's lock in. Let's lock back in, right? Let's lock the hell back in, right? So let's see what we can find here, family. As you guys can see, for me, that doesn't affect me whatsoever, right? So I'm still logically able to find actual setups and take the trade. So let's see what we can find, man. Let's lock back in, family, right? That little loss ain't gonna affect not a damn mother junkin' thing. Come on now. So what am I looking at now? Do I think the market truly continues bearish now for gold, yes or no? That's the question I'm asking myself now, right? Like, okay, we took that. We seen what the market has done, right? Our initial setup just did not play out. We expected more bullishness after this bullish engulfing on the 1 hour. It did not happen. The market flipped bearish. Is there a higher probability that we continue now bearish, or do we still flip back bullish? That's a good question. That's a good question. How do I want to play this? I think I'm gonna need a little bit more data first. So let's see how this continues to build out, family. Let's see how this continues. Let's see what's everything else doing. The Nasdaq. See, the Nasdaq is falling now. The S&P looks like it's about to fall. U.S. dirty. You dirty little animal. You. What are you about to do, buddy? U.S. dirty 30. U.S. dirty 30. What are you about to do? You getting ready to go back up, boy? Nah, I'm chilling on that. Come on, Gold. What you about to do here, Gold? There's no way. You got to take out this low now. Don't even do me like that. Don't even do me like that. At this point, take out the low just to make me happy. Yeah, take out the low. Come on. Take out the low real quick. You take out the low, I'm going to be good. You take out that low, wait for a little pullback, and I honestly probably will maybe switch my buys and look for more sells. Again, I initially wanted buys, but the way this market is treating now, family, I'm starting to turn to favor kind of sells here. So if we push back up, looking for a continuation might be the play here now. Well, let's see. Again, we're not going to force anything. We're not going to make emotional decisions. We're going to have some fun with this still, and we're going to see what happens. All right, let me see what you guys are looking at, though. Let's see, Coach, I'm playing. Oh, damn, that was quick. Wild. Yeah, no, that loss happened pretty quick, which is honestly, I prefer those type of losses, though. Let's see, UCAD. UCAD better be running now, right? Because I took that loss. Listen, Jess, I took that loss specifically so UCAD could run for you. Like, I'm not just saying this, neither. Like, I really mean this. Like, I literally took that loss on purpose so that UCAD can run. So hopefully UCAD continues to run for you. Come on now. Because UCAD better not do us dirty. Like, we had a plan. And it gave me my word. It gave me its word. So, this shit better still run for you, Jess, or I'm going to be upset at UCAD for going against our word here. Because we literally sacrificed our trade for you. At least someone going to win. Come on now. Let's see, I'm still alive on the play. Still alive. Okay. We solid. Okay. I should have walked away when I was up 2%. Got a little greedy. There's always that one person, right? To get a little greedy. Come on, Renee. You know better than that, bro. You, out of all people, know damn well you know better than that, bro. That's what I said. Yeah, he's over here in Virginia too, baby. That's what I said. He not even planning on come saying what's up, man. Renee a little meanie. A little meanie patootie. Yo, Renee, wifey said what up. Let's see, what else we got here? Nas sells. You sold Nas? Okay, let's see. Oh my god, this thing is dropping now. Yeah, again, I kind of watch. I'm not upset we weren't watching that. It is what it is, but Yeah, these things is going nice. What are you looking for? Woman, that's my ledger, woman. Oh yeah, no, that's you better guard that ledger with your life, woman. Playing with my ledger. Oh yeah, nah, I don't know. That I have no idea on. That I have no idea on. We talking about a flash drive from how long we been married? 5 years? For 5 years ago, woman? Yeah, it's gonna be long gone. I mean, it's not long gone, but I ain't see it. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but that's definitely not it. You gotta guard that with your life, woman. Let's see what else we got here, though. You a real one looking to take out Tuesday highs? I hope so too. Drew, I just sold gold. Drew, you just sold gold, Drew? Okay. I got a calm 5-minute shift, and I think y'all was a part of the fake out afternoons, but we're going to see. I hear that. Let's see. I figure I was at 300 and was going to call it a day, Omar. Yeah. But hey, Miss Abel. Hey, Miss Abel. She said hi, Jess. Let's see. Got to guard that ledger. You know what's crazy? I don't even use my ledger though. All right, because I have this ledger. I might just give this away. I think wifey had bought me this. She had bought me this for Christmas still like 4 years ago or something, right? Like Father's Day for like 4 years ago. She had. So I don't even really use the ledger, to be honest with y'all.
And that was like,
This is what I use to store my crypto. I shouldn't even be telling y'all this, but this is what I use right here. All right, the ledger cool. I don't use it though. It's too much work. The safe pal though is lit. That's boy, if somebody ever came to the crib and took that, boy, I'm shooting them. They ain't leaving this house without it. They ain't leaving the house with it. I promise you that. All right. Let's see. Sold gold at 23.28. Damn, you got sold gold quickly, boy. Y'all not playing. We took that L and y'all was like, yep, we knew it. Let's go ahead and ride out this sell now. This is what I'm upset though, right? The reason why I'm not just jumping into sells. She's tweaking. Yeah, she's bugging. Only reason why I don't want to take sells now after this drop already is like it just doesn't make sense to me personally. I need to see us at least come back towards the resistance, my moving averages, and give me that rejection for me to want to sell it. That's just me. You guys know how I like to play. I'm very conservative. Very conservative. Very, very conservative. So if I'm gonna sell gold, I still need to see us like I want to see how we react off of here. 2330s. If we reject the 2330s and fail to go above 2330s, then I'll jump into the sell train for sure. But I hope, this is what I do hope. I hope it does continue to sell off. Right? Because I don't want to take a loss the way that we just took it. And this just flips back bullish. Then I'm gonna be pissed. Because we ain't even take out the whole low or anything. Like, come on, bro. You gotta sweep that low at least before you try to go back bullish on us. At least make me justify my stop loss being in a good spot. Like, come on now, boy. Come on now, boy. Let's see. I ain't gonna lie. It might consolidate again, though. Based off higher time frame TDI. It's very possible. Very possible. What I'm seeing is... Yeah, I see higher time frame to me does look kind of... It's the same thing I told you guys yesterday. Right, I literally told you guys this yesterday, right? Higher time frame for gold looks very bearish. Smaller time frame looked very bullish yesterday. Right, higher time frame looks super bearish. Smaller time frame looked super bullish. Now smaller time frame is also looking bearish. So now we're having our 3-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute start to align with the higher time frame analysis or higher time frame outlook. So again, now that we broke below structure, I'm not opposed to flipping my bias and looking for shorts. I just need us back up towards that 3,300 or 2330 for me to like actually want to take anything though. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that this is an absolute good opportunity. So if we can make our way up to 2330s, that would be cool. And then eventually, hopefully we can hold below it and then continue to ride this lower here. I'm not opposed to that whatsoever. I'm not opposed to that whatsoever. Let's see. Nah, I'm still in the buy. That low needs to hold. That's what I'm saying, Austin. I hope it does hold. I hope it doesn't. I'm gonna be honest. I hope it don't. I'm gonna be selfish, Austin. Listen, I'm always giving y'all love. I'm always showing y'all love, and I always prefer you guys to win, even if I lose. That's me, right? I'm gonna be honest, bro. If this shit runs right now and goes towards TP, I'm gonna be fuming. I'm gonna have to stay off the charts for a little bit, cause I'm gonna be fuming. Because then at that point, my stop loss literally just got hit by literally a point. Like, my stop was right here where we got stopped out at. Like, literally at this low was where my stop was. So if this hits my stop to the T, turns around and goes to TP, I don't care who you are. I don't care how much experience you have in the market. You're going to feel a way about it. So I'm going to be fuming, baby. Y'all going to really see a bad side of Abel that y'all ain't know was possible. Nah, I'm playing. I really wouldn't care. It is what it is. It'll definitely bother me a little bit just because I am human. But it is what it is. Let's see. Gold going up to TP. That would suck, Mike. That would be crazy, right? You're about to be past Abel, looking for gold buys now. KJ, turn up, KJ. Hopefully you take the trade then, KJ. Hey, you know what's crazy? You, KJ, and AJ were looking for the longer term sells here. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the stream, y'all said y'all were looking for longer term sells here. Or not longer term, but y'all were the J's, the AJ and the KJ. I think you guys both were looking for sells here. And hey, man. We had a little bit of a bounce, right? We ended up getting a little bit of a decent entry that ran for around 50 pips. Right? But then this thing ended up reversing. That's crazy though, family. Our initial entry did run for around 50 pips. Like, bro, that's a good day. Like, that's a good day for most people, 50 pips in profit. Like, they getting out at 20 pips. We were up around 50 pips before this thing reversed. Honestly, what I should have did. Now thinking obviously in hindsight, right? In hindsight, everything is obvious, right? What we could have did next time, what we could do is probably consider going break even once we're back at the highs. Right? Like, once we're testing a high, a previous high, and we're in profit, it probably would make sense for us to go ahead and just secure our position, right? You know, secure our trade just in case price did exactly what it did today. And instead of us getting that loss, we could have at least got out at break even, right? You know, it's still things like that, guys, that we can just pick up and learn from, right? So, you know, next time, I'm definitely going to be aware of that, right? Because there's no reason why we go up 50 pips in profit and end up taking a loss on that position. There's no way we should be doing that. And that's on me. That's on me, right? I'm going to take that one on the chin, right? So I'm going to get better at that. We all got to get better at it. Because, yeah, we should not have allowed a trade that went for 50 plus pips to turn around and hit us out. That's just unacceptable. But guess what? We going to get better. All right, we going to get better. We going to learn on it. We going to adjust from this. We're going to be aware next time of what we need to do. And that's really all we can do as traders, guys, right? It's just adjust and learn from these little mistakes that we end up making. You know, so we gonna see what happens. Let's see, resist temptation to triple down. Mike, you're still in those positions? Because I know you said you had doubled down. Are you still in those positions? Because I'm personally out the markets right now. I'm chilling, man. I took a little L and yeah, I'd rather just sit on the sidelines right now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm chilling. Unless something smacks me in the face, I'm chilling. Let's see, still in? Yes, okay. Hey, man. Again, the do or die for anybody that might have if you did just take another buy, or if you're still holding, do or die is gonna be here. Like I said. Just the way price action has been going, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I would be kind of shocked and surprised if we do get back above 2330s. Like, if this does actually continue to gain, I hope it does for the sake of those of you guys that are in buys. I feel for those of you guys that jumped into sells, because now the market is, like, really messing with y'all. But, yeah, I do think it's probably going to struggle at that 2330. If I had an idea, if I was able to, I mean, I kind of did have an idea, right? So that's honestly, I think this level still might be a very tough level to get back above. If it does get back above, though, then yeah, there's another good chance that we do go towards TP. But I think around this 2330 level is really going to dictate a lot for what gold ends up doing here. And since we're below my moving averages, I'm favoring sells though. I'm favoring sells as of now, unless the market does something like this, and then I'll switch it and favor it back to buys. But I am favoring sells as of right now. So let's see. Now again, if you're in position, don't just take my words and say, oh shit, Abel's looking for sells now. Let me get out my buys. Like, trust your trade, bro. Trust yourself. You took that position for a reason. Trust it. All right, don't let me influence your decision making in these markets, because at the end of the day, it's still your trading account, right? That is your capital that you're putting at risk. You know, so just want to make sure I throw that out there in case, you know, because I don't want people to say, oh, Abel's short now. Let me go ahead and just flip my buy. It's like, nah, bro. Like, we just took an L. Like, even take my considerations with a grain of salt, right? I don't care who you listen to on social media. I don't care who you follow on YouTube. You know, you should always take anybody's thoughts and opinions with a grain of salt and do your own analysis always as well. But we're going to see, man. We're going to see how this stuff plays out here. If gold comes to 23.31 for a grab at that liquidity to sell back down, I like that. 23.31. Are you trading Forex or are you trading futures? 23.31. Are you trading Forex or are you trading futures, Torrance? You said you want 23.31. I'm guessing you're talking about the Forex side of things. Or actually 23.31 could be here on the future side too, within this graph. Futures, I'm looking at 23. Yeah, so it's pretty much exactly where I was looking at as well, right? Somewhere within this gap, right? In that little imbalance in there. Yeah, I think that would be dope too, man. Like, really seeing how we play off of this 23.30, 23.31 is really where I'll be looking for some more weakness. And the reason why I'm flipping my bias, guys, is because we gotta really take into consideration price action, right? That's like one of the most important components of this entire thing, right? Especially of technical analysis. Market structure, price action are two of the main components of it, right? But taking this type of price action, how strong this was, all this bullishness that came from news, the market completely erased all of that, so we couldn't even continue bullish here off of price that is being driven by news. That should be very concerning for the actual bulls here. Like, why weren't we able to actually just continue here, right? After having all this buying pressure, buying volume that clearly the market just did not care about, actually, right? So that's what makes it a little bit tougher for me to actually want to just now buy it, because I'm looking at price action and the market is clearly telling us, like, yeah, we don't give two shits about the news. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, right? So I would like the sells if they present themselves, right? I would like the sells if they present themselves, but if they don't, then so be it. I'll just deal with my little L for today. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's let this ride out though, family. Let's see. Took themselves for a 1 of 5. Nas. Okay, Ram. Let's go. Let's see. Gold got to hit my stop loss or TP. That's the best way to do it. I appreciate you traders psychology talk. It really helps. That's the part I'm working on. I miss 100 pip moves, not trusting my stop loss to do what's working, over leveraging. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, the cool thing about it, Jess, is that you have awareness. Right? I feel like a big thing that most traders lack is awareness. Right? They're just trading without no real reason why they're losing or what they're doing wrong. All right, you're able to at least understand what is causing your issues. Right? You literally said it, that you're not trusting yourself when you're trading. Right? That's a major key component that you have to have. Confidence is what's going to allow you to control your emotions, right? If you're not confident in these markets, if you don't have confidence in your strategy, if you don't have confidence in your trade, then your emotions are naturally going to start to act up. That's just a natural response or a natural reaction that every human has when they lack confidence. They start to get, emotional. That's just a fact. That's just a natural thing. Nobody can deny that. So we have to be able to build your confidence up, right? You got to get your confidence up. You got to get your confidence up, right? To allow your trades to play out. And obviously, not over leveraging is one of those things that just help out, right? But the fact that you have awareness, though, is major, all right? Awareness is crucial. There's really three traits that I feel like every profitable trader needs to have. Right, they have to have a high level of awareness to figure out what's right, what's wrong, what to do and what not to do. Which, to be honest, a lot of freaking traders don't have awareness, which is crazy. They have to have a high level of discipline and a high level of patience. Right, if you can have a high level of awareness, a high level of discipline, and a high level of patience, everything else around trading is going to come easy for you. It's going to come easy and it's going to come naturally for you. Right? But those are the things that no mentor can teach you. No mentor can teach you how to increase your awareness. That's something that you have to do yourself. No mentor can teach you how to, increase your discipline. That's something you have to do yourself. The same thing with patience. No mentor can teach you how to be more patient. We can give you little tips and tricks and hints and all that stuff, but it's up to you at the end of the day. It's up to you to decide that enough is enough and you're going to cut the shit. Right? That's really going to be on you though. Okay? But yeah, you got it, Jess. You're going to keep on working at it. You're going to get better. And I can't wait for the day that you start getting those payouts. It's going to be lit. Let's see. Trading in the zone helps me, no cap. But for me, it's mad boring. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Trading in the Zone is definitely one of the better books for sure to help with your psychology. Absolutely. Let's see. It's waiting for tomorrow to push through. It probably is. Let's see. Thanks. Reading is good, but having someone in charge going through drawdowns, sticking to their guns, and losing gracefully is what I really need. Hey, Jess. Round of applause for that. You know why I want to give you a round of applause for that? You know why I want to give you a round of applause for that? Because that's exactly what the point of this stream is about, baby. It's about you guys watching me in real time go through the entire spiel. Like from when I open the charts to I start doing my main analysis from a fundamental, sentimental, technicals. I find what I'm looking for. I have my initial bias, but then I rely on price action to dictate what happens next. And then I just don't care about the result. Whether it's a win or loss, who cares, man? I did my job as a trader. Like, I did my job. I did my part. The outcome of the position, the outcome of the trade is not up to me. Like, and I think that's what most people struggle with trading, right? They believe, like they truly deep down believe that the wins and losses are dictated by them. Family, the wins and losses are not dictated by us. Like, it's really not. Think about it. If we could dictate all the wins and losses, then we'll all be 100% accurate. Like, who the hell is going to lose if we have the ability to dictate what the outcome is? That's just not likely, right? So we don't have the ability to dictate the outcome of these positions. So why the hell am I going to get upset for something that's out of our control? And that's my approach, man. That's why I love doing these live streams, because you guys are able to see us win together, lose together, and y'all will still see my emotions be the same exact way. And that's the whole point here, man. So Jess, I love that you said that, because that is literally the reason why I'm live with y'all, so you guys can see this shit in real time. You guys can see how real traders react in real time, how we deal with the wins and losses in real time, how we deal with our emotions in real time. Like, y'all don't see me go through it all. Y'all don't see when I was emotional, right? Days where I'm super emotional. You guys see like days like today where I just don't give two shits. Like, it is what it is. But it happens. It's normal. It's normal for traders to go through these swings. But we just got to be aware of this stuff, right? We have to be aware of it. We have to be okay with it. We have to be, acceptable to everything that comes with this game. So, I'm super grateful that you said that, Jess, because that's literally what I was hoping for. Because that is facts. That is facts, family. So let's see how this stuff continues to play out, family. I don't know if we're going to be able to get another trade today. I hope we can get something within the next couple minutes or so, but either way, we're going to deal with whatever happens, man. The outcome is the outcome. The outcome is the mother junkin' outcome. You know what's crazy? I wrote a post today, right? I wrote a post today on Facebook that I think is extremely, extremely powerful. And I kind of want to say it. I want to show y'all real quick, right? Because shout out to everybody that got my Facebook, by the way. I don't know. I'd be super active on Facebook, boy. I'd be more active on Facebook than I'd be on every other platform, to be honest with y'all. But I wrote this post today on Facebook, right? And I said, learning how to trade is an Ivy League skill set. You won't become profitable if you're only seeking a 2-year degree, aka your associate's degree. You can become profitable with a 4-year degree, but still will be tough, your bachelor's, right? You have to be committed to learning how to trade for 6 to 10 years minimum to get that master's degree and truly become fluent. Trading truly takes time, but it's all worth it. Oh my God, family, this is such a this is crazy. Excuse my language. I've been cursing a lot. I need to chill out. This is crazy. Like, please understand this post in its entirety. Please. right? Because a lot of people come into this game thinking that they could become sanely profitable after just 2 years of putting in work. That's not how it works. Do you go to college for 2 years, get an associate's degree, and then land a high-paying job? No. The hell? No. Right? People don't start getting higher payer careers, higher paying jobs until they actually achieve a 4-year degree, even if you use that degree. Right? So you got to at least put in 4 years just to get a solid degree, to get a solid return. At least minimum. But you're not going to truly start to see things finally click at a high level until year 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. So the whole moral is, don't freaking rush the process. Don't rush it. Trust it. Don't rush it, family. Right? It is going to take some time to really get this thing down pat. I'm telling you. So I really like that post that I made today. That was an absolute banger. Facebook community hating though, because they're not showing as much love, because they understand that the shoe fits. If the shoe fits, the shoe fits, man. I'm gonna be going. Let's see, been at it since 2018. Let's go. Come on now. We gonna keep going. We gonna keep going. All right, let's see what gold does here, family. Again, 5 minute. We're now testing off the 50 period moving average real quick. If this holds like this and we flip back bearish, I'm taking these sales targeting the lows. Just so you guys know. If this does continue to run and breaks higher, then all the buyers are probably going to have a good old time, because then at that point, I think we continue going higher. But it really is going to dictate what happens within this little gap between 23.29 and 23.33 or 32. So let's see how this plays out here. Got the yellow, got the purple, got the blue. Got the aqua too. That's what bankrolls grew. Can't nobody stop it, you know what I say. And NASDAQ still fell. Yeah, indices ended up rolling over to the downside. What's dollar doing? The dollar's still pushing. See, this is what's been weird lately, bro. Like, the data has been coming out a certain way. The market reacts initially how it should react to the data. But then the market just does a whole other craziness. Like, I didn't want no dollar strength off of that to come in today. That's exactly what we're getting. We're getting some dollar strength right now, which is kind of causing all of our positions, at least, you know, for me, for people like myself that were hoping for bearish weakness, it's kind of making it a little tougher for us right now. Come on, gold. Or come on, dollar. What you trying to do here, buddy? You better not go higher than this 104.70. You better not go higher than this 104.700. Better stop playing. You better turn around from right here. Come on now. All right, let me see what else we got here, man. Let me see. This gold has really got me interested. This gold has really got me. Leave one to the left here one time. What you about to do, gold? Talk to me nice, or don't talk to me at all. Yeah, I think I'm definitely favoring still more sell side. I truly am. And again, don't let me get you out of your trade if that's what if you're in the buys, then ride it out. Trust yourself, right? If you have a real logical reason for it, trust yourself. But I truly do think that this eventually rolls over lower now. Just looking at price action, man, it's telling me that it's probably gonna roll over. BMA, that they rules. That's what bankrolls grew. BMA. Bitty. Bounce. Let's see. What's TDI showing for gold? That's a good question. Drew, if you're still in here. What's TDI showing for gold? You know I don't use TDI like I used to. I don't even have the actual... Let's see, what's TDI telling you, Drew? Talk to me. What's TDI telling you right now? DeLorean Nation. I mean, we're really not even doing much on these smaller time frames. 5-minute time frame really not showing much TDI, but let me see what these higher time frames. The higher time frame, this looks like it want to continue lower. I mean, we are testing the 50 on the TDI, but this is just trending lower, lower, and lower, and I think this could very well just continue from higher time frame. Like higher time frame analysis, I would want to see gold at this point take out the 2280s on forex pricing. Take out the 2300s on futures pricing. Futures pricing kind of did take out that low already. Yeah, it look like it might want to continue, man. Yeah, this looks like it might want to drop again. We're gonna have to see how this plays off here. Again, if we do, I don't use TDI as often. Actually, I don't use it ever. But now look at this 5-minute, right? If this 5-minute candle that we're currently testing now flips bearish, that could be another play and target down to the lows. We'll see how this plays out here. Took a small position in gold sells. Okay, Ram. Abel's building some real workers and warriors. That's what I'm hoping for. That is the game plan, man. Let's see the volatility. The volatility bands aren't that wide, but it's playing off of that stationary 50. Basically the 50 EMA. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I swear this cell looks pretty decent now. Yeah, I kind of like this. This will give me, it's not giving me a 2-to-1 risk reward, but it is giving me, actually we can make the 2-to-1. Yeah, because we'll probably take out these equal lows here on gold around the 2304. Yeah, see, now we're starting to flip back bearish here. This is looking good. Close like this would be nice. This would be nice if we can hold this little 5-minute bearish candle down now. That would be solid. Again, trust your trade. No matter what position you're in right now, trust your trade. Remember, I took a loss already today, so who am I? Let's see, pull that on gold, less of a loss and stop loss. Hey, that's always good, right? Losing less than you expected is always good. But there's the thing, Mike, and that's why I keep on saying to trust y'all trade. Now, what happens if this just flips bullish now and starts to run? You're going to be upset, Mike. Just like anybody would. All right, now you kind of hope that this does start to flip bearish and continues to drive now to justify you getting out of your trade early, but which I do think is possible. I do think I do think we are going to get that, but you're going to be upset though, bro, if this support, because we're trading right now at a very significant support as well, right? So we can't ignore that. If this support does hold now and it does, you're going to be upset at yourself, bro. But as long as you're okay, then that's fine. Let's see, I'm in US 30 sales from 38,900. Carlos, let's go. I know US 30 had fell pretty hard. Yeah, look at this thing. This thing is tanking, bro. Tanking, bro. That thing is tanking. Now we need gold to follow suit with them. Let's see, Kai Sorcerer. I hear that. It's time to let it go. I'm still chilling. I ain't taking no trades, family. I'm still chilling right now, being patient. Every moment turn into the... On my mind. I gotta think things through. Let's see what we get here. We did get this 5-minute engulfing here. We did get the 5-minute engulfing on gold. We still have this support here though that could hold. Yeah, stops will still have to be up here. Don't look too bad. Don't look too bad. It don't look too bad. Every moment turn into a twisted in a row. Yeah, this still don't look bad, but I would have preferred if we actually closed below 23.25. That'd have been nice. That'd have been nice. That'd have been super nice. I do think we probably do fall though. See, even in NASDAQ getting ready for another leg lower. Yeah, that gold I'm telling you, this gold don't look too bad now, family, in my opinion. If we could truly stay below 23.30s, I think we're still gonna fall. But if we do capture back above 23.30s though, then like, if we get back above 23.32, we're right back on to the bull. Right back on up to the upside. And to be fair, like, we really haven't even done anything today. Like, we had just whiplashing back and forth all day. Like, literally, that's all we seen so far today, was just whiplashing back and forth. Interesting. But family, listen, man, I'm gonna wrap it up off of that, man. Let's see, gold sells win again. Gold sells looking good. Like, we got an entry play here on gold sells, but I'm gonna wrap it up off to that, man. I'm gonna just jump off and call it a day. I took my 1L for today. It's already about to be 11 o'clock in 12 minutes. Yeah. I think it's time to wrap it up. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up, man. So listen, family, man. Listen, once again, another beautiful day in the markets, man. It wasn't the result that we typically want, but we followed our plan. We trusted our plan, we trusted our rules, and we followed it to the T. Right, the outcome is the outcome. It is what it is, right? We took a loss today. I ended up losing like $600, $700 today or so. It is what it is. All right, we're gonna get it back. No harm, no foul. But I do appreciate y'all for tuning in today. I still think it was a very dope session. We still had a very good time, great conversations, and we'll be back tomorrow, family. Same time, same place, man. So y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. You guys are the superstars of this entire trading community. Hopefully you guys have a phenomenal rest of y'all day. If y'all need me for anything, get into the Discord, and we can answer any questions you guys have there for sure. So without further ado though, family, I appreciate y'all so much, man. I love y'all. Thank you guys for rocking with me. And I think that's it. Yeah. All right. So family, love you guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Talk to you guys all later. Let's get it.
Dying inside. Each day in season. All I wanna
busy now, like in close. So I gotta let go. Every moment turns into a twisted in the road. Every word you say, it burns a hole right in my soul. All you do is lie to my face, that's all I know. Listen, don't get it twisted, so I gotta let you go. Every moment turns into a twisted in the road. Every word you say, it burns a hole right in my soul. All you do is lie to my face, that's all I know. Listen, don't get it twisted, so I gotta let you go. It's all on my mind. Tell that to me that I'm making it all. It ain't what I see. All of the time, I gave up my time. I'm worthless to you. Defeating me lies through those tears when you cry. All on my mind, it ain't even true. It's the thing that you do. Walk away, they always say. Guess I gotta think this through. Every last moment was a memory faded, so I guess I gotta escape that too. Yeah, I gave it my all, you stole everything. All the red flags, I missed all the clues. Yeah. Every moment turns into a twisted in the road. Every word you say, it burns a hole right in my soul. All you do is lie to my face, that's all I know. Listen, don't get it twisted, so I gotta let you go. Every moment turns into a twisted in the road.